Good evening. I don't know. How do we do this?
Wagwan.
Hello.
Hello. Hello,
Hello.
Governor. Wagwan.
Puppet. So this is the second time we've done this.
This is the second time we've done this because I'm a fucking idiot and I don't know to check my recording software beforehand to check that everything's good.
It's okay. It happens to the best of us.
I know. I'm an absolute pro and people should take notes from me, to be honest.
Yeah, that's right.
I bet, yeah,
No,
you
because
already
everything I
told me
said
that.
before was a lie. Everything I said
Yeah?
before was
Okay.
a lie,
We
and
can
yeah.
just
So
veto
now,
that.
yeah, I'm gonna tell you the truth this time.
Fucking yes, that's what I
The
wanted.
whole dirty truth.
This is Christian's new thing now. So if you see Currents on their upcoming tour and he starts just saying dirty, don't look at me. Shove that in a Currents lyric. The word dirty.
Dirty.
Yeah.
I feel like it's just I'm only saying it because it's easy because I can't do accents. Like it.
So that's
I
the
don't.
easiest way of you doing the British accent is just saying dirty.
Yeah. Isn't it?
In it.
Isn't it?
In it.
Yeah.
Real quick, say leng.
All right. Well, you're gonna have to repeat that because I don't know what you just asked me to say.
Say leng. L E
Ling,
N G.
Lang.
Leng.
What the hell? What the hell does that mean?
It means like good looking.
Lang?
So like you would say someone is leng.
Like, oh, she. Like, is it more? Is it like unisex? Like, you could say that about anybody, or
Yeah.
would you just more? Okay, so like, I'd be like, she's Lang.
Yeah. There we go.
How does that?
I
How? Where
don't
does that
ask me
come
where
from?
that came from. I don't know. We literally just make words up.
You literally do. See, I'm gonna get roasted for that because it probably sounds horrid.
Absolutely. Fuck it. It's
Yeah.
funny. I suppose we'll get into the stuff that people actually want to know.
Yeah. Let's do it.
The interesting part, which is currents and everything to do with currents.
That's
So,
right. I'm gonna tell all of our
oh,
secrets.
because you are known as the one that can't keep your mouth shut.
I got a big mouth. I'm not gonna lie. They don't. I'm usually the last person to know a lot of things because I get excited.
You said that about just before the EP came out, didn't you? I can remember you put out a tweet and you were like hinting at something, and
Mhm.
people were like, "Oh, is it such and such coming?" And you were like, "I genuinely don't know. They don't tell me anything."
Well, no, okay. So I mean, that's a little bit of I do know most things because it's like I do enjoy being like the participant, like participating in decision making and doing stuff like that. Like I'm heavily involved in that kind of stuff. But I do like to have fun with people, and like when I'm sitting on something like that I know people are gonna enjoy, it's like being excited to like give a gift to somebody,
Yeah.
and it's like, hey, do you want your Christmas present like a day early? Like, yeah, because I get excited. And then, and I also have fun with the guys too because like like there's times where like I'll like tweet something and then like I'll hear Chris in the other room go like, "What are you doing?" Like, and I'll be like, "Ha
You
ha ha."
you keep your mouth shut.
Can't keep my. I got a big mouth.
Yeah, it's so if anything leaks, it comes from Christian.
Don't say that.
Take that out of context.
Yeah. I mean,
Fuck.
maybe you're probably right.
Speaking of leaks, actually,
Mhm.
this was something I didn't ask you last time, but then it came to me afterwards. Obviously, the EP got released early.
Mhm.
Um, I think we had this conversation where it's like people in like Russia and China, they have Reddits and
Yeah, I
they can
think
just get
yeah,
hold
I
of
told
shit.
you about that.
Yeah, because you
Yeah.
mentioned your brother had told you.
Yeah, because after our stuff got like a bunch of our stuff got leaked, and it's not like I don't necessarily mind that. Because I mean, it's a thing that happens, and like especially to like you know, uh, people have VPNs and stuff. Like if the record comes out and it's in Australia, like it's so easy to get a VPN and then just set it to Australia, and then you
Mhm.
could listen to it and stuff like that. And then but I was like when that happened, like I was asking like 'cause my brother's on our management team and stuff. So I asked him, I was like, how does that even happen? Like is it somebody like internally that like when the not just the streams like cuz with a VPN, but like when somebody can just actually download like a whole record like before it's even come out. I was like, Is it somebody like in the industry? Like, did somebody send it to their friend? Or like, how does it spread the way that it does? And the way he put it to me is that like there's like data miners and people like all over the world, but like a big part of it is in like Russia and places like that. And they're constantly taking all sorts of information and data like with things like this and uploading them to their servers and then sending them out and stuff like that, so like it happens that way. I mean, I'm not an expert on it and I wouldn't like necessarily know why. I could be like, why would somebody in China
Yeah.
or like Russia care about leaking my band's music? So there's got to be like some sort of like reason for all of that. They could just be like a fan of the band in Russia. Like we've never been there, so maybe that happened. But yeah, that's fine. And I'm not like obviously like to me like music is the most important thing, and like I want people to hear it and to enjoy it. Like I'm not going to be like, if you're a person that can't afford Spotify or you can't afford to buy a record and stuff, I'm not going to be like, well then don't listen to my music. Like obviously I would want you to have it instead of not having it. And like I because I was also a kid that grew up
Hmm.
doing stuff like that. Like I had LimeWire. Like
Oh,
I
big up
destroyed my
LimeWire.
yeah, like I destroyed family computers
Yeah, bring those
downloading
viruses in
illegal yeah, downloading illegal music allegedly.
for legal purposes. Christian never
Yeah,
did that.
I never no, I heard about it
Yeah.
once. But then like there's like certain other things like I got like a little bit tight about like some of it just because it was just like, yo, it was supposed to be a surprise. Like it was like
Yeah,
people are ruining my surprise party,
I
which
think that's what the point
yeah,
was
yeah.
that obviously if it's a publicly known you're about to release, oh, the album's going to release on X date.
Mhm,
And but then like you said, if it's out in Australia, you can get a VPN. You can go and listen to it. But
mhm,
everyone knows it's coming out. And I think
mhm.
that's why I put a tweet out because that annoyed me. I was like, they haven't even announced that this was coming out. None of us knew that this was coming out.
Yeah.
And now you've got some idiot who has caught wind of it
Mhm.
and used a VPN and streamed it and made it aware to obviously someone with a big following has made thousands of other people aware that this thing exists. And I think like that's
Yeah.
why a lot of people were like jumping down others' throats for that because it took away
Yeah.
the opportunity for you guys to be like, surprise, shadow drop.
Well, because too, it's like I love meeting our fans. I quite frequently become friends with many of them. And the thing was, it was like, oh, we wanted to do something fun and special and like figure out we're constantly trying to figure out ways to like people that love our band and stuff, like how could we do something fun for them, how can we do something that's going to get them excited and like stuff like that. And also, and then it's like people that wanted to just do it just kind of for like the clout of saying they got it early, or that they could be the first person to like be like, I don't know, some sort of like internet journalist and like be the first person to like be putting it out there and stuff like that, where it wasn't because they love the band or because they love the music. They were doing it for their own kind of selfish reasons
Yeah.
that kind of dampered on what we were trying to do. So I was just like, and I obviously like I don't want to speak for everybody in the band because that's never I'm only really speaking on how I felt about it. But um it kind of, it is what it is. It's like I'm not angry with anybody that did do that or anything like that, but it was just like it was more so me just being like, the hell.
Yeah.
Like,
I was
you know,
supposed to do that.
yeah, it was
And now
like I
you've
wanted
done
to
it.
do
And
it.
you're not
It's
even
like,
in the band.
yeah, somebody else blew out my birthday candles, I still got the cake, like, you know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Like obviously it's
I still got
that's not the person that gets the praise for the album or the EP because obviously it was an EP that dropped.
mhm,
They're not getting the praise for that. But it
yeah.
yeah, it's a bit of a shitty thing. So there you go. You basically have the green light. If you want to use a VPN, that's fine on a publicly announced record. Anything else,
Yeah,
you're
do
and
whatever you want. Just keep your mouth shut.
yeah,
Just shh.
listen to it in silence.
Yeah, don't broadcast your crimes.
Yeah,
And that's general advice.
yeah,
Don't
not just to do
don't
with.
don't broadcast your crimes.
Don't do it for leaked music, and don't do it for anything else which we can't speak about right now because it's incriminating.
Exactly.
I'm an angel. I've never been involved with the police ever. This is where you're supposed to say no.
Good
Me too.
good for you.
Oh fuck. Do I need to cut that out?
Nah, it's fine.
No. Okay, cool.
I have a clean record. It's why I can travel internationally.
But yeah, no, I just wanted to get your opinion on that because obviously you put a tweet out. People started speculating like, are you feeling shitty about it? And you didn't like directly say how you were feeling at that moment. So I wanted to get what your thoughts were on that. Because I think a lot
Yeah.
of people thought that you were like, no, I'm not even bothered about that.
I also regretted making that tweet too because people um were kind of ganging up on certain individuals when it wasn't like my intent to like have that happen. And like because like I said, like it was such like a more of like such like a minor thing, like it was such a minor inconvenience and annoyance to me that I was like, I don't want people to like, start feeling like bad or like, like losing sleep over something they did that
Yeah.
was like really so minor, like.
We're past it now and we have a great EP out of it.
Yeah, which we will be playing many songs off of. I think we're playing the whole thing.
There's only
I'm not really
four
sure.
songs.
Well, that's five.
Oh yeah, there's one of them that I refuse to play on Clone Hero and I forget about it.
You refuse?
Yeah, it's too.
Why?
This is too hard. It's too hard.
Oh, oh no.
I've almost got the riff to Can't Turn Back down though, so I'm gonna give Chris Wiseman a run for his money.
Yeah.
If you guys ever need a stand-in when you come to the UK next, just get me up there.
You just gave me a really good idea for it would be really fun to do like a clone hero with like for our VIPs. Like
Oh yeah, you do the V. I saw that.
we have VIP for this upcoming era
Ah,
tour. It'll be
yeah,
a joint like VIP with both bands.
you should do Clone Hero.
That would be a fun idea. I don't think we'd be able to this time, but for the future, it would be definitely be a
Yeah,
lot
so
of fun.
basically when you come to the UK in the later part of the year, yeah?
I mean, if we come to the UK at the later part of the year.
I'll set it up, don't worry. I'll get you all guitars. I'll get you sitcoms. Just tell me what decals you want. I got it.
All right, cool. We'll make it work.
Not so much controversial stuff now.
Let's make it controversial.
But you could make it controversial to be. I would not put it past you. Talk to me about the songwriting approach for you guys and what's everyone's position when it comes to the writing process.
The majorities of the songs are written by Chris. Like, he like builds up pretty much a song to the point where he thinks it's almost like a complete product, and then so he sends them out to all of us. And then Brian will start like writing lyrics. I will like listen to the songs and like kind of decide like if I think that like okay, like this part sounds like perfect, but I kind of think that we should change the structure of it here and
Mhm.
there. And then like we send like ideas back and forth all the time, and then when it comes time to get down like to the studio, we all like lock ourselves in Chris's house for like about a week, and we play the songs, rework them, listen to them till like our ears bleed, and then kind of everybody adds their own flavor to it,
Mhm.
um, making like their signature thing. Like Brian will like have his kind of skeletal structure of like what he wants the lyrics to be, and like the direction of a song, and then like if I hear something that I'm like, I like that, but I think it would be like a little, I think it would sound cooler like this, or like I think you should change the words here and there. And then we collaborate a lot on that. Um, or like if my idea is completely different, sometimes like we'll either go with my idea or like Chris as well. Like Chris will also like has a big hand in like the lyrics and like the structures of choruses and stuff. Um, and then either like we go with one of our individual ideas or sometimes we just like mix and match, like we it'll be like a Frankenstein version of both things, which is usually my favorite outcome when something
Yeah.
like that happens, because I love the like the collaboration. Like I love making something, it's like adding your own ingredients.
Yeah, so it's like everyone has their stamp on it, like you said. So really, like
Mhm.
Chris kind of comes in with like the foundation of it, and it's
Yeah, I
built
mean
up.
sometimes.
Or it can like
Yeah,
sometimes is sometimes it not started by Chris.
I mean, I think like there's been times where like Ryan or myself have like sent Chris ideas, and like I know like myself as like a strong as a songwriter, I'm not as strong as like Chris is like that. So like if I said to him like a riff or like an idea, he could take it and just make something come like a masterpiece out of it.
Hmm.
But he writes like the bulk, like most of it. Sometimes even with some of the songs, I'm just like, this song sounds perfect. Like, I don't think we should change anything to it.
Yeah, a talented man, and obviously most of
He
us
is.
just think of him as a guitarist.
Oh no, he's one of the hardest working individuals I've ever met in my life. And I will say one of the strongest qualities about him is his ability to collaborate and like take an idea and really make it out of something. Because like even there's times where I'm like, I don't know how to physically like articulate what I think this needs, and I'll just kind of like real like I don't even just like make a noise with my mouth or something like that, and he'll be able to like hear it and be like okay, and then just do it, and
Yeah,
it's really um it's admirable.
and obviously that add that on top of obviously his workload with Shadow of Intent.
Like I said, he's one of the hardest working individuals I've ever met. He's very 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 disciplined, and also like maintaining his personal life too with like
Hmm.
him and his wife and like family and just like us as friends. Like yeah, it's good. We have a family. We have a little family here, and it's
Aww,
very I feel very fortunate to be a part of it.
that's cute. No, I like that. Like you said, everyone can kind of put their own like pizzazz on there.
Yeah,
So.
and then like Chris will like write out the drums like on the computer, which sound great when he does that. But then when it comes time to do the final, like the actual recordings and stuff, we record like on the EP. We uh we went and recorded with our buddy Greg, who is in like End, and he was in Misery Signals. Like
Mhm.
wrote some of my favorite records of all time. He lives like 20 minutes from me, so we spend like a few days at Greg's house and just hammer out the drums. And either he'll take like Chris's idea and then like make it like how a drummer like an
Yeah.
actual drummer would play it, not a guitar. I mean, and to be fair, Chris has been playing a lot of drums recently, and he's becoming a pretty good drummer too now.
He's just adding everything to his repertoire, isn't he?
Yeah, he's going for the goat status.
He's just going to become a one-man band at this point.
I hope not, because I
Uh,
need a job.
yeah, Chris Wiseman, please don't do that. We need currents. We need currents as a whole. Kind of sticking on to like writing process and how it comes about creatively. Something that I've never really thought about because I tend to think about it in the other way, like who sounds like currents, not who the
Mhm.
currents sound like. So, is there any bands or artists that currents pull influence from?
Just like as artists, like we're constantly being like inspired by people, in either in direct ways or like indirect ways. Like Ryan and I were like very like influenced heavily like in our early like youth by like a lot of post-hardcore bands.
Mhm.
um so that's where like a lot of like kind of like the sad boy
Yeah.
emo-y kind of stuff comes from. But then like we always, I we've listened to so many different genres of music and stuff that like you probably wouldn't even think about. Um, when we were teenagers, like one of the big ones was like Northlane, stuff like that. Like a lot of the Australian bands from back in the day were like pretty big influences. Viljarda, like those the fall bands, like that were more like were newer, or like deathcore bands. Like
Mhm.
there's kind of influences coming from everywhere, and it's just kind of really picking from the things like I grew up in like metalcore and like hardcore, like being here from New England. So it was like never, there was never a weekend where there wasn't like a hardcore show
Yeah.
happening that like we'd be at. So like even if the music isn't necessarily like you might not hear the influence like in the music directly, there's always, it's like it's the place that we came from, and uh it's it's always going to be ingrained in me. Like the band has always been very like DIY. Um, so we've kind of just tried to take that as far as we can. Like really, really is like a band that started in its garage, and then like we tried to push it. It's just kind of see how far we could take it without any real like outside help, like
Mhm.
at least like industry standard help like that.
Yeah, not like TikTok monetization and oh,
Yeah, or
let's
just
just put
like
a
kind of
30-second clip on TikTok and watch it go viral, and that's gonna shoot our band off.
yeah, it's like we're not in like they didn't just put us in a room with like a producer that like made all of like the most popular music that's happening right now, and
Mhm.
like we didn't really record or do any of it. It's like it all just kind of it all came from homegrown, like organic. um and then like all of the bands that like we've toured with, like there's a lot like we always try to learn from them, especially like early on. There were a lot of bands that gave us a lot of like just general life advice and like helped us like through things, like bands like Miss May I, bands like Moths, even like Invent Animate, like those guys are like very influential, just like even as people, like I love them. Silent Planet, like there's
Great bands.
Polaris, like all of those people, like I consider like family at this point now, and it's like we're always trying to like uh it's been a nice thing when getting to the point where like those guys will be like, hey, what would you do? And I'll be like, oh, you want my opinion? Like that's
Oh,
crazy. Like me, like
that's cool as fuck. I love that.
yeah.
We always forget that obviously like bands they're kind of like not in their little circles, but bands all talk to each other and get like help from each other and inspiration from each other.
Yeah.
That's so cool that you guys can do that. And also from so many big name bands and kind of bands that I think people would group together as like
Yeah.
I definitely know that you guys and Silent Planet are two of the names that I see come up when people talk about like the big four of modern metalcore.
Yeah, that's a wild position to be in. And
Yeah.
yeah, like, in 2020, we went, it was right before the world ended.
Hmm.
We went, we were doing direct sport for Silent Planet, and they also took us to Australia for the first time. And like, they, it, being able to, they're such like personable people. They're funny. Garrett is, I've had so many deep conversations with him. Even though it drives me crazy that he never wears shoes.
Same.
Uh,
That is the one thing putting me off going and seeing Silent Planet live because I don't
no,
think
no,
I can deal with the. He's got socks at least. Please, Gaz. Please, can you just put some socks on?
no.
I know it's his
I mean,
thing.
I'm only fooling around, but
I'm not.
I mean, yes and no. But like, I love him so much that I don't care.
I
And it's
suppose.
like, and like being inspired by them in like different ways. Like he will, after their set, like I every single night I watched him stand at the barricade after just playing like an hour like, performing his heart out, and then he talked to every single person that needed to talk to him. And it wasn't just like, "Oh, hi, how are you? Next." Like,
Yeah.
"Hi, how are you? Thank you for being here." Next. Like, he sat there and listened to people because, you know, the people uh that are coming to these, like, I would say a lot of the people that are coming to like these types of shows, or that are like that gravitate towards this style of music, um they are usually deep individuals, usually experiencing some sort of pain, or have lost, or have, you know, general hardship in their life. And like our music is a form of like escape, a way of feeling connected to other people when you feel like you're alone. And like I couldn't imagine connecting with a band that makes you feel not alone, and then them just kind of like cool guying you or making you
Mhm.
feel lesser than you should, because that defeats the whole point of it. It's like we're a community. We're supposed to be helping each other. We're supposed to be there for each other. Like, obviously, it's like when there's thousands of people,
Yeah.
it's like you can't be there for everybody, but like, you know, putting in the effort when you can. And I find that most people are just super like respectful, and like
Mhm.
they don't want to take up too much of your time anyway. So, just giving a hello and just being like, "Oh, like how are you?" Like,
Yeah, and
people are like, or like, "What?"
what? Excuse me? They just, huh? Why me?
Yeah.
No, and like you said, like these people are sometimes, yeah, you'll have it like sorted out into demographics. Like some people are just there because they really fuck with the music and they love the
Mhm,
tunes and they want to come see you live. And then there's other
mhm.
people that maybe relate to it on a deeper level beyond just how hard the tracks hit.
'Cause like some people, it's like, you know, they could have had a hard week of at work. Their boss could be giving them shit. Their kids, they could hate their kids because
Yeah.
they're fucking little pricks. But like, and then like they just need to go to the show and just let it out.
Hmm.
Like, and like that's their night. And who am I to take that away from them? Like, I'm gonna give it like my best to them. Like, good for them.
Yeah.
Let it all out.
And obviously, we're all just normal people. You guys are just normal people that can play instruments and get paid for it.
Normal-ish, but
Yeah,
I see what
well,
you're saying.
yeah, it's debatable sometimes,
Yeah,
but for the most part,
yeah.
you could be on the other side of the barrier if you fuck up.
Well, I mean, I was on the other side of the barrier for a very long time.
Because you didn't even join the band until after I let the devil in. Okay.
Technically, I joined the band in 2019. Um, but I've always been involved, like, in the band, just not as directly. Um, so it's funny because like I feel like Currents is more of like like, or an entity
Hmm.
rather than just like a band, because there's been so many uh like iterations of it. The band started back like when we were all in high school, and none of the current members are from the original version of the high school band, um from back then. But we all grew up in the same music scene, and the original Currents members were all some of my best friends, and then everybody that's in the band minus Matt, 'cause we didn't meet him until like much later. But we were all in like the same friend group. We were all going to shows. Like, all of us would go to Current shows. Like,
Hmm.
our bands would play with Currents. Like, I remember hearing the first ever Current song that was recorded, and Patrizio, the original vocalist, was showing me in his dorm room, and I just remember being like, "Yo, this band is gonna be massive." Um, and I was in other bands. Like, I toured for many years before being in Currents. When somebody would leave the band, it was just like, oh, like one of our other friends will join,
Hmm.
and then it was always like the next logical person to bring in. And our band is formed from like like all five of us, like, are just the guys that stayed in music and just didn't give up.
Hmm.
Like, everybody was in their own individual band or was doing something, and then, somebody in Currents would leave and then like be like, "Oh, we're not doing anything. Like, let's join the band." And then it eventually became what it is now, which I feel like is its complete form. Like, this is its final
Yeah.
form.
Well, I should hope so. I don't think we could
Yeah, me
get a better
too.
lineup than you guys. It's kind of like a football team when you think about it. Like
Yeah, kind of.
every like you guys who were like friends with the band, still involved with the band, and going to the band
Yeah.
shows, you were like on the bench. And then when
Yeah,
someone
kind of.
had to come off,
Yeah.
right, put me in, coach. Then
Yeah.
it's your
There
turn.
was a there's a time too that I like both Brian and I were at a Currents show.
Mhm.
And I remember I walked up to Brian and I was like, like, "Hey man, like how you doing?" And he's like, "I'm all right." And I'll be like, "Well, what was wrong?" And he's like, "Oh, yeah, like my band kind of just like fell apart." And he's like, "I think I'm just kind of done with music. Like I don't think I'm really gonna pursue this." And I remember I said to him, I was like, "You're a really good dude and you're extremely talented, and
Mhm.
one day you're going to find the right group of guys and it's just going to work." And then 3 years later we were both in the band.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, because I didn't know this until not that long ago, like a few months ago, that Brian tried out or sent, yeah, it was like an audition cover, and I think it was for North Lane.
Oh yeah, that's
I saw
yeah, I
that, and
love bringing that video up.
it is so weird. First of all, seeing Brian with short hair,
Hmm.
that's weird as fuck. It
Hmm.
doesn't look like Brian. But second, even though that was obviously years ago, that was fucking donkeys ago. Seeing how much obviously he's improved as a vocalist, but
Hmm.
also seeing how not shit he was back then.
Oh
Like
yeah,
he's
just
always
the raw
really,
talent.
yeah, he's
Yeah.
always been a top tier vocalist, and someone made me aware of that, and I was like, no. And I saw it
Yeah.
and I was like, holy, imagine. I couldn't imagine Brian and North Lane because obviously Brian's Currents,
Hmm.
but that's like crazy that there's maybe almost a point that Brian wouldn't have been in Currents.
There's an alternate universe where Brian is the vocalist of Northlane.
Would he like that? Well, I'm assuming so because he'd fucking auditioned for them.
I mean, I don't know. I think he's pretty happy.
I
I think he's pretty happy where he is
I
now.
think he should be. He should
Yeah.
be. It's a
He doesn't
great,
have to live in Australia.
one of the biggest benefits. Crazy how
Hmm.
things work, isn't it?
It's the universe works in mysterious ways.
Yeah. So yeah, no, that there's no one else on the bench now. No one else needs to be subbed in or out. This is it. Currents.
Yeah, this is. I mean, I could say our buddy Dave, who plays in Dreamwake, he is very he's like an honorary member at this point. He whenever Chris his schedule, obviously he we were talking about how his like schedule is insane, so sometimes there's the crossover between the current stuff and the Shadow of Intent stuff. So when Chris isn't available to come out and do a Currents tour, or like has to miss at least a couple of shows, um, so we don't have to backtrack guitars, Dave comes out with us and he learns all of Chris's parts and plays them flawlessly, and like also sings and does all of the things. So what Dave does is extremely impressive, and I love having him around. He's a goofy guy,
Yeah,
and
that's
he fits in with our crew so well. And
mhm.
it would feel very fortunate to be able to have him doing that on top of his own stuff in Dreamwake to help us out in our times of need.
Yeah. Dreamwake got a couple tracks. I'll give him that. That's good though that you have someone like readily access like available and can do that to Chris's level. I'm just saying you four like that should you can put people in temporarily.
Yeah,
We
no,
just don't,
this is our family, and
like you said,
yeah, I don't,
final form. That's it now. Fully evolved
yeah,
Pokemon.
hopefully,
Yeah,
yeah, that's
please. because it's just what we get used to, and obviously this is what we've been used to since.
2019.
Yeah,
So since I let the devil in.
yeah. But I asked you about the lyrics to "Into Despair," and you were like, I don't know that one.
Well, I don't know the meaning, what Brian meant on when he was writing those. It was almost 10 years ago, but
That does not feel like a 10-year-old song.
I mean, it's getting close. It's not exactly 10 years, but it's
I
getting
know, but it
close.
doesn't even feel like it feels like a song that came out like 2 years ago.
Two, yeah, in two
Yeah,
years it'll be 10 years.
that's
I am in a few of the music videos from that EP and from a few of the place I feel safest song like music videos and stuff because
mhm.
I was like present for them. Or there's like a live video where you could see me doing like a front flip off a stage while they're
Is that
playing.
your thing then? Just doing somersaults.
Oh yeah, I like growing up going to shows and stuff. I was big into like head walking and like doing
Cool.
stage dives and stuff like that. I used to like climb up like speakers and stuff and get do all sorts of crazy things that my back would never allow me to do now.
Yeah, no, true. You're pushing it with the high kicks, to be honest.
I know. I sometimes I surprise myself with when I see a photo because I feel like I jump like this high in the air and I'm like, oh god, I suck.
No,
And then I'll see a photo, I'm like, how the hell did I do that?
yeah, you're getting air. I
I
don't know
like
what you're putting in your shoes, but
it's like I'm like a grasshopper,
yeah, that's
like
what you want to call it.
strong short legs.
Yeah, sure, we'll roll with that. Grasshopper, Christian grasshopper currents, because that's what we do. We put the bands as your surname. We don't say your surnames. It's not Chris, apart from Chris Wiseman. I don't know why it is. We can't call him Chris Currents. Like, I
Yeah,
don't think
no.
I've ever seen, but we'll call you Christian Currents. And we'll call Brian
Christian currents,
Brian
Ryan
Currents.
currents.
Yeah.
Is that like a general thing that you
Yeah,
guys do?
a lot of like, you can't even call it, it's not like fandoms, but like a lot of fans of bands. Um,
Mhm.
we do that. So, like Chris Motionless.
I see. Yeah.
Noah Sebastian, no. Noah Sebastian is Noah Sebastian. Jamie Polaris. We
Hmm.
don't call him Jamie Hales. I don't know. I don't know why. It's just a thing.
You know, I just call him the love of my life,
Which one? I just listed off
Jamie.
like 6 men.
I think I've probably kissed Jamie more than any other human being. Don't tell his wife. She
Going back to current stuff,
knows. Hmm.
I forgot you were in a band.
Me too.
I could see that happening a lot sometimes. People come up to you, be like, "Oh my God, it's Christian Currents." You're like, who? Who's that?
Depends on where I am. Like
Where
if
is
I'm
he?
walking to like a Zoomies or something, maybe.
If you what? Huh? Sorry, what? If
Oh,
you
do you guys not have those? It's
no,
like a
Zoomies is what my cat does at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Zoomies is like a branded skateboard store like in the
Oh,
US.
oh, that
Yeah,
sounds
it's
cool.
like a heavily commercialized. It's like a McDonald's but for skateboarding. I
Cool.
mean, like if I walk into something, or if I'm at like at a show or something like that, or my local coffee shop, like people will recognize me. But I'm like, it's not like I'm not in Metallica. Like
People get excited over Metallica.
I love Metallica. It's probably like my all-time favorite band, and Chris Wiseman's.
Okay.
Come on, they're like the original,
The original of what?
like
Being mid?
modern metal music. Oh my god, we're gonna fight. All right, now I know why Reddit doesn't like you.
Yeah. They've got a couple
They're
tracks. That's it.
oh my god, no.
Yeah,
Ugh.
a
Yeah,
couple.
they're just one of those like OG bands that like um like it's what made me. It was the first band that I listened to that I was just like, oh, I love music. I was a little kid when
Really?
my dad would play them.
Wow. That's wild how we're only like 2 years apart and the
Mhm.
music that was played to me was not Metallica. It was
Yeah.
heavy music. Like my dad was massively into grunge and metal,
Mhm.
and like hard stuff, rock.
Mhm.
Obviously, I wouldn't really have called it metalcore back then that my dad was showing me, but he was showing me
Mhm.
like shit like Skunk and Nancy.
That's crazy. Yeah, my dad was like a part he grew up in New York City and he also grew up in LA, so he and in the late 80s, early 90s when he was a teenager and cuz my parents had me when they were teenagers.
Oh,
Um so like we always like listened to like, metal, hardcore, stuff like that. Like very it would play it all the time. Like, you know, we listened to Sepultura and like Biohazard and like 90s like hardcore bands
my God.
all the time. And then like he started taking me to shows when in like 2004. So I was like the kid in at the shows back then.
There's probably going to be a few people who are not fans of your band. I'm just
Mhm.
going to put that out there. I have friends who are not, do not like Currents, but they would be interested to know if you had any favorite hardcore bands.
If I had to say like some of my favorites, I would say like 100 Demons. I would say Death Threat. I would say there's a band from Florida called Revenge that I really liked. I mean, then there's like the more like mainstream ones like Trapped Under Ice. Some of my favorite shows, like went and saw Ceremony a few times when they were still like a hardcore band. Um, have oh my god, Have Heart, one of my favorites. Bane. Uh, I don't know. It's
Bane!
hard to say. I just I grew up in this stuff, and I was at a show like every weekend.
Hmm.
So like, there's so many different ones that like I went through.
You know, it was
I don't know.
just that I obviously like I have friends who are massively into hardcore, massively into like real metalcore, and I
Mm,
think they as a joke, like I went to them, I was coming up a blank on, I was like fucking hell, like what questions do I ask? Like give me something that's like not generic. I don't want to do this whole generic. Oh, what's your favorite release? Oh, what's it? No, I don't want to do that. And as a joke,
mm.
one of them went, "Oh, what's his favorite hardcore bands?" I was like, "I'm not fucking asking that." Like,
Oh,
but because I think
I
it's
mean with
because they
like
thought that you wouldn't like hardcore because of the kind of music that you make.
that's so insulting to me. It's like
Yeah.
which is like which is fine. It's just kind of like that I don't know. There's so many different like even within like a genre like within metalcore and hardcore. It's kind of like there's so many different versions of those in themselves either. Like even like hardcore is so like there's a whole spectrum of like what people consider real hardcore and what people like like there's bands that like there are metalcore bands that people think are hardcore but the hardcore community definitely wouldn't like them, you know what
Hmm.
I mean? Like where I grew up, it's like there's so many bands that came from like out of here. Like I know the guys in Converge. Like, like I know like Hatebreed is from like some of the guys are from the town that I'm from. Like, my sister works for them. Like a lot of these guys like, it's how like if you like you say like pop punk, it's like you could like there's like Green Day,
Hmm.
you know, which like at some point I guess they were punk, but like I would call them one of like the founders of pop punk. And they're much different than like Neck Deep or
Yeah.
like The Story So Far, but they're both pop punk. Like
Hmm.
the genres are I don't know. I feel like it's like such like a weird discussion and it's like to be so fixated on like what an actual genre the music is and it's like it's either you like it or you don't and it's okay to not like it
Yeah.
like it's, it's like that's fine but like I know what you're saying where people are like oh it's either it's real metalcore it's fake metalcore or something like that and be like dude nobody in these bands that you do like care either
Yeah.
like,
Don't.
I'm
That's so
friends
weird.
like, I know the guy like, I know guys like, some of the guys in, like, Poison the Well, like, I know the guys in Converge, like, like, those like, Misery Signals, like, all those bands. I love those bands too, of course, but I'm not gonna write the same record they wrote. They did
No.
that.
Yeah, they've already done it. I'm gonna put four of your songs into categories, and then I want you to do the same. Best lyric out of all the lyrics you have. It's the
Mhm.
classes separate, watching as the guillotine swings. From
Mhm.
Poverty of Self.
Mhm.
I don't know what it is. It's simple, but it's also the way it's delivered. That is one of my favorite lyrics, and I get very, very excited when it's coming up. Best riff, Can't Turn Back. Best music video, Forever Marked.
Oh,
Incredible,
interesting.
incredible music video. I love that music video. And best solo, Guide Us Home. Your turn.
Mm. Okay, you switched it up a little bit from
I
last time.
did. Yeah, the only one that is the same as the last time is best riff because I have to put that in there.
Yeah.
Like, that needs its flowers every single time. That riff.
Yeah. That I mean that is that I do love that riff. I think I said we were it was one of the times that we were all like locked in Chris's house
Hmm.
for a week while recording. And that song started out like a lot different. Um like that starting riff at the beginning of the song wasn't even there. And I remember Chris cuz he gets up like pretty early to write, and like I said such a grouch when I wake up. Uh, and I remember like kind of waking up and like hearing him do the riff, like like the start of him making it, and I was just like, I immediately like got up, still in my underwear, kicked the door in, and I was like, "That's it, write that down, record it," and then just got some coffee, and then it was actually helpful. Tried to actually be helpful after that. I would say for me, just like my personal favorite lyrics are probably "Remember Me."
Carry the weight of selfless scars. We silently crave upon a pedestal. Light place our back.
Um, they kind of that song is like really special to me just because it kind of took its own. It's weird. Like sometimes when we're like writing a song and like it has its meanings like during the writing process, but once it gets released out into the world and you start playing it live and stuff, it starts to kind of take on new meanings, and like the original meaning could still be in there, but it really took its own like it's in a way that I didn't experience as much with any other song on how much meaning got put into it post releasing it.
Right, best music video.
For as far as music video, I think the best one is "It Only Gets Darker." Like the production of that one
Mm,
is the highest.
yeah,
Um,
that is a
but it's
really
also
nice
like a
one.
tie up between that one and the "Death We Seek" music video, which was like a lot of fun to do. The music video thing is fun. Because I live with the guy that shoots all of our music videos, and he actually does a lot of if usually like if you see a video like a music video coming from like a sharp tone band, it usually is made by him.
Hmm.
And there's a couple of other bands that I do some cameos in.
Is that actual? I'm gonna have to go
Yeah,
find these now.
one of them is Sentinels.
Oh,
Uh, yeah, I'm
that's
in one of the
them.
Sentinels music videos where I set myself on fire.
Right,
Yeah.
best solo.
I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna say one of my favorite one, like maybe best one. It's hard to say best. They're like all my
Yeah.
kids. It's like trying to. It's like favorite moments of some of my kids. I would say apnea.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought you would have gone from something from that album.
Yeah, that one's a really good one. Honorable mention though from that album, "The Place I Feel Safest." That the riff in that song is
Yes,
one
that is
one of my favorites to play.
title track. That's a fucking belter of an opener as well. Same with Can't Turn Back. Like they're both incredible openers. Like
Thank you.
the song opening. Not I don't know if you've ever opened the set list with them. Right, we're gonna stay on that topic of like best. And I need to know who wrote the best opening lyric to Best Memory. The one that goes, "My friend, your willy's wet."
My friend, your will is wait.
I mean, it was Brian that wrote this that wrote it.
So
Um,
really, it's Brian's
yeah,
fault.
that's not.
Because you retweeted it. And you said we sing this to each other in the shower after shows. I was like,
It's
oh,
true.
so there you go then. The lyric's real. And I had people saying like responding, it was either responding to your retweet or responding to my original like my
Yeah,
original tweet, basically saying like, I can't unhear this now. I'm like, you're welcome,
yeah,
because I've always heard it as that.
amazing.
From the day I heard Best Memory, it has always opened as "My friend, your willy is wet."
Because you have a dirty mind.
Dirty. I'm so sorry for the Britishification that is about to happen to Currents. I'm not
It's
sorry. It's
true.
going to be awesome. Brian's going to
Mhm.
start singing in a British accent.
There was one show where Brian. We play this game. It's called What Are the Odds?
Hmm.
Um, which I think. I mean, I feel like it's pretty common. It's a pretty common game, where basically you're doing like a dare. If you lose the game, like you have to do it, and if you don't lose, you don't have to do it.
Hmm. Yeah,
Um, but he he lost, and he had to speak to the crowd in Spanish,
and just
and he
Brian knows
doesn't know.
Spanish. No.
No,
Oh,
no, he doesn't.
I was going to
Which
say
was
if he's fluent, then
amazing. No, he's not. No.
oh my goodness. Do you guys do that a lot when you're like touring? Like have little weird games that you do?
Oh yeah, we you gotta keep ourselves entertained.
If you're not entertaining us, then you've got to be entertained.
Exactly.
Because I can't imagine that being in a whatever you guys touring, then I don't know. Buses, big
Sure.
buses, small buses,
Yeah.
minivans.
Sometimes big, sometimes it's small.
You couldn't do it. It's, honestly, hats off to musicians. Hats off to touring musicians.
It's literally
Could not do
such an. I mean, the only real hard thing is just being away from home. It's just
it. Really?
not. Yeah, I mean, this
Mm.
is we. I have. I only have one thing to do all day, and it's to play for however long we have to play.
Hmm.
Like, I don't even have to do any of the other stuff. Like, I joked around because we used to joke around all the time because it would be like, obviously, there's late nights and like there is like work that gets done, but like I would net like being a construction worker is a hard job.
Yeah.
Being a teacher is a hard job. Like there's discomforts, like you get homesick or like there's other things like that, but there's by no means like obviously there's pressure to perform well, and then like you have a bad night and then all of a sudden like it just like boo, like people on the internet being like, "Yeah, they suck," and you're
Yeah.
like, bro, like
Just having an off day.
I just had a bad day.
I get that, but obviously you get to work doing what you love and sharing what you love
Yeah,
with
I
people
mean,
who
because
also
like
love it.
yeah, and I mean there's times it's like that, like I've played with the flu, like I've like time like I can't take a sick
Yeah.
day, or like when I feel awful and you just kind of have to power through it. But like even in the days, like sometimes just like mental health isn't good. But I remind myself of like, hey, there's like people here that like, you know, they hired babysitters so they can come here tonight. Like they spent their hard earned money to come see me do something really silly.
Yeah.
Like I think it's such like a silly idea that people pay money to like watch me perform my instrument, you know. But like, obviously there's like production and like there's a show, people are being entertained, but just like that whole concept of it is very surreal feeling and not really like it's just like I'm lucky. I'm
Yeah.
very fortunate that I do get to do this, and like so there are times where I just have to like slap myself and just be like, no, you're lucky to do this. Even if you don't want to do it right now, you're gonna do it the best way you can.
Yeah. And that's all we can like obviously really ask for. But I'm sure that like people would always say like we would prefer you to be in your best mindset and stuff. But like you said, you're gonna see it from your side of you, like point of view, thinking
Mhm.
like, oh, these people have paid money, these people have travelled, these people have, like you said,
Yeah.
hired babysitters, taken like had to move around commitments and stuff. So you've got to give back in any
Mhm.
way that you think that you can. But obviously, you just know that us from our side. If we
Yeah.
knew what was like going on in terms of getting you onto that stage in
Mhm.
certain times, obviously people would be like, we'd rather you not do that.
Yeah. I mean, some of the
Good fans and
one.
actual like nice people, and the ones that
Yeah.
actually care about the band as people and not just as a product. Yeah.
Yeah. No, for sure. I mean, there's definitely, but that's also the thing too that like it almost deepens the connection on in the like in certain levels with certain things, especially like the topics that the band like sings about. Like, this is like quite a few years ago now, but it was like right before I got on stage. I had found out that uh, one of my like childhood best friends had taken his own life from him, like
Mhm.
himself, and I had to go out and like you know perform like I was okay. Um, and in a weird way, it was like as much as like I wanted to just go into like a corner and cry, like going out there and doing it, like made me feel more connected, even just like with him. Because now it's like there's not a show that I play where there's not a moment where like I look up and I think about the people that I've lost, and that like I can feel like it's almost like every time like I personally like lose somebody, it's like I could feel their like soul, like I feel a little bit heavier because it feels like now I'm carrying the weight of them to keep moving forward. And
Mhm.
and every time I'm playing, I'm thankful that like I do get to do this, and that I'm doing something that is in a way trying to keep their memory alive.
Yeah. I mean,
And it's not just for me, but for like anybody else that's ever dealt with the same thing.
and like you said, it's like especially some of the lyrics that you guys have in your songs could probably be, well, that's what potentially the band members are dealing with at certain times. And I think
Hmm.
that's like people tend to forget that you guys are humans and just normal people. And you might have
Yeah.
things that maybe go on behind the scenes just before they're about to come and commit to a commitment to you guys,
Hmm.
like playing a show
Hmm.
or something. And I
Hmm.
think that kind of like that's why you maybe see so many bands, or maybe like not like bands as a whole, but like musicians. I can't think of the right way to like put this, but take that. Oh, why didn't you come to my city? So seriously, like
Hmm.
not seriously, but kind of like not as something that can kind of like just be pushed aside, because it's like this whole band and fans goes two ways.
Hmm.
Obviously, we're wanting to come out and see you, but you guys are just as normal as us. Like I said this last time, you're just as normal as us. You just get paid to play an instrument on a
Yeah.
stage.
Yeah. I mean, it's, I think the honesty, in the rawness of like who we are is, um, one of the things that has brought us here. And like kind of like what I was talking about before when I was like growing up in hardcore. I'm like,
Mhm.
that honesty, that rawness, you know, not being fake, like that is what the core is. Like, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Being there for each other in the community, and like, it's like all it's like being a teenager and all this stuff. It's like everybody, we're all there because like our lives suck and this is an escape.
Yeah.
you
Now
know
we all get to listen to cool music together
yeah,
and just
hopefully
forget about
everybody's lives get better and stuff, but
for those
you learn
90
to love
minutes
something.
in not saying that like obviously the topic's nice, but it's probably nice for people to see this side of the band. Obviously it's you're not a band as a whole, but you exist in the band. And I think
Mhm,
that's like why I wanted to start doing this was for my own benefit as well. Mainly for
mhm,
my own benefit. Like
mhm.
I didn't do this because anyone else asked me to, but I wanted to. Obviously, I've got friends in bands across the pond over here. I hear stories. I know what you guys all want to tell me, but obviously there'll
Yeah,
be people that maybe don't have that kind of like relationship with band members. And
yeah.
we're not talking being parasocial and being fucking weird, because don't do that. That's stupid. Stop doing that. Get these people off of a pedestal. They're just as normal as you. They can just play an instrument. Anyways, it probably helps people to like see that that differentiation is really not there.
Yeah.
That you're
No,
not
it's
just
not.
robots on a stage. You go through
No.
real things that they go through. You've probably shopped in the same stores that
Oh,
they've
all
been
the
in.
time. Like, um, somebody. Oh, somebody was telling me the other day. Oh, it was my dad.
Oh,
My, my
what to
dad.
forget, Dad?
My dad called me, and he was just like, "Hey, I was at the gym, and I was listening to your record, and then I was in the locker room, and then Brian just walked in."
Oh,
And I was like, all
oh,
right.
Brian goes gym.
Brian went to the gym.
Brian goes gym. That's wild.
Brian's getting jacked.
Is Brian getting wham? Is he?
Yeah, well, I mean, he's definitely getting into pretty good shape. But I'm here gonna say Brian's getting jacked, so it's gonna put some sort of weird pressure on him to actually get like massively jacked.
Okay, right there you go. That's Brian's call to. He's got to live up to that now. All eyes are
Yeah,
going to be on him. Even though he's not really on socials, is he? So how are we going to see the progress, or whether he's actually done with it? You're going to have to rely on you.
you're gonna have to be there.
Yeah.
Just gonna have to come to the
Yep. You're
shows.
going to have to go to the Erra Currents tour if
Yeah,
you're
see
a
Brian be jacked.
American. Yeah, just actually massive wham Brian. I couldn't imagine Brian being wham.
Yeah, we're gonna get him on steroids.
That's
We're gonna be.
awesome.
He's only gonna eat beef and maybe eggs. It's gonna be awesome.
Not broccoli. Not even going to give him a little bit of broccoli.
Ew. No, I'm kidding.
No, this is protein, is it not? He's going to
Just
be
protein,
d-
pure protein
and creatine, but
and
like
creatine
shot in creatine.
right in the ass.
Yeah, awesome.
We're just getting so far on. This derailed so fast.
That is fine. This is a better version to put out than the last one
This is why I get in trouble.
because you're talking about right
He's
before.
gonna be like, "Why?" And I'll be like, "I don't
Now
know.
people now people are going to be
I
going up asking him like, oh, how's
it,
how's the
it's
bulking going?
yeah, it's funny because people like be like, "Oh, like you say crazy things," and I'm like, honestly, I just get nervous and start word vomiting, and people just think it's funny. So
Yeah, I mean we can't complain. We've now got
inherently, I'm a shy person.
really.
Yeah, I used to be really shy as a kid and kind
Uh-uh.
of like learned to have confidence.
Uh-uh. Wouldn't have thought it.
Not many people do.
No.
I mean, it's possible. I feel like I'm living proof. But yeah, I was a really
Yeah.
shy kid growing up. I had a
Mm.
stutter. I was fat.
Ah,
Dyslexic. It was crazy. My childhood was crazy.
there you go. Someone's gonna relate to that.
Yeah,
There's gonna be a
yeah,
part. There's gonna be a part of you that different people relate to. So many different
yeah. I
parts of
hope
you.
so.
That's awesome. I love that.
Yeah.
I think that's cool. Before you go getting yourself into trouble with saying more things that you're gonna make Brian do, poor Brian.
Sorry,
Right.
B.
Yeah. We're gonna move on. You guys have got a pretty extensive touring catalogue behind you,
Hmm.
and there's more coming up, which we'll get to. What's your favourite song to play live? Not maybe it might be different to what your favourite song is to listen to. So this could be like how fun it
Ooh,
is.
I feel like there's recency bias. So like a lot of the
Mhm.
newer songs, just because they're new,
Yeah.
they're they feel like the most fun to play. So like making circles, is really fun to play. Um, it only gets darker. It's a lot of fun to play. Um, and then I'm sure like any of the new songs that we play on this upcoming tour will be a lot of fun. Um, yeah, I mean the place I feel safest whenever we played that, that was one of the hardest songs for me to learn, which gave me the most anxiety before like actually performing it.
Mhm.
Um, which became really fun for me to do live because when I would nail it, I felt like a sense of accomplishment and being like, oh, I fucking did it. You know,
Yeah.
I overcame something that was hard. So like doing stuff like that is fun. Um, yeah, Monsters is one of my favorite ones to play. um mm, like the playing that one's like I feel like is a really balanced one between like me playing bass, doing vocals, and being able to like jump around and like
Mhm.
kind of be crazy during that one.
That's a good, they're good
But
ones. I think you played that on the. You might have played Monsters. I'm trying to think because you had a
oh, we
pretty.
definitely played it.
Yeah, you had a pretty long set list for the Death
Yeah,
We Seek tour because you played
yeah, it was,
most of them off of that album, and then a couple from like each other album. Obviously, Into Despair was on there. I don't think you guys like really don't play that. Like,
well, we retired that one for
right,
a
you
little
knew
bit.
right. Well, you no, we don't ever retire that.
It's funny, so my sister, she plays guitar. It's funny, like like all of us are like musically inclined, and but my sister Maya, like as far as like raw talent goes, I think is the most talented one out of like all of us.
Mhm.
Um, but she's also very very shy, and we were playing a show, like a home show at the Palladium in Worcester, and she was on the side stage, and I had taught her how to play Into Despair, and I was just like, okay, it's a sold out show. So I was like, if do you want to play the song? Like, do you like, I was gonna like write around the breakdown, like where it's just bass and
Yeah.
drums. I was like, I'll hand you my bass while you do that, and then I'll just go do vocals with Brian. And she was like, okay. And then like as soon as the part came on, she like saw the crowd, and like I looked at her and she went, she was like, no, 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 no.
Oh, that would have been. So did she not do it?
No, but we're gonna get her to do it at some point. I'm gonna
I
make her do
think
it.
that'd be awesome. That would
Yeah,
be so cool. Because I remember
yeah.
you spoke last time. Um, we mentioned last time how I think you had. Did you say you had one of your or both of your sisters involved in the How It Only Gets Darker music video?
One of my sisters, so my other sister Sabrina,
Hmm.
she likes acting and like doing performances like that. So we had her involved in like the acting of that music video and probably the future ones as well.
Yeah. So it's cool that you can get, like you said, you like getting people from like family and close friends who aren't in the music industry involved in it in little ways that they can to kind of give
Oh
them
yeah.
like just a little insight or a little taste of like what it's like. But that I think that'd
Oh
be
yeah.
awesome to get your sister to play that. But if she doesn't want to, don't force her. Don't be a meanie.
I'm not.
Don't be a
Those
meanie.
girls are so spoiled. I do
Don't be a
so much for
meanie.
them. Yeah, meanie my ass. No, she did a great job doing it, and I love to be able to do anything that involves them. Like this is very much like my family is very heavily involved in this. Like I said, my brother is like on the management side of things. My Sabrina, like I'm trying to get her involved in like things like the music videos and like costume designs and stuff like
Mhm.
that. She has fun with that. And then Maya, she she for the last like going on 2 years now, has worked in like the music industry, working for bands. Like she works like with like Hatebreed. She works for like Testament and like doing stuff with them, which has been really cool. So really kind of turning this into like a little empire
Yeah.
for for us.
Everyone's doing everything in music, but like in different
Yeah,
ways. That's awesome. I
yeah,
love that.
yeah,
Everyone's a creative.
yeah.
That's sick. And then I just play my little plastic guitar and
So with Clone Hero, like it are you like who like did you just download like the song with it like
okay, so
already like
I
mapped out?
forget that people don't really know how Clone Hero works. Obviously
No,
it's
I've never played it.
did you not get to
I
join?
mean, I've played.
Was it just Chris that did the? Because that's what he
No,
played.
it was Chris and Ryan, but like I'm
Ah,
not sure like because I'm not sure like was it is it like some people like map it out and
yeah,
then it's like on a server and then like you could just
yeah,
play
and
it
then you
like
can just go and download it. So your entire
that's crazy.
discography is
The entire discography?
yeah, apart from like pre Brian. So
Yeah,
pre I Let the Devil In. There's two
yeah.
songs. Anxiety was done, and the one with the backslashes in them. 2 words.
Life Lost.
Yeah, that one. Um, yeah, every whole I Let the Devil In, whole The Way It Ends, The Place I Feel Safest, the whole Death We Seek, and the whole new EP has been
That's
charted.
crazy. I had no idea.
Yeah, and I play them all. I'm great. I've FC'd one of them, which
Well,
means I've hit every single note. Guess I'm gonna let you guess.
I don't even know all the songs in our entire discography.
It's not off the EPs, and it's not off the Death We Seek. I want to say it's off The Way It Ends. Yeah, it is. It's off that one. It's off
Was it
that one.
Poverty of Self?
No, because why can't I FC the Poverty of Self? I'm trying to think. The riff's kind of gallopy, like yeah,
So you're
and
not narrowing it down.
it is Origin.
Oh,
Yeah, because you have never played Origin.
no, we haven't.
Yeah,
No. What is it? It is like like I know that's one of Brian's favorite ones that he wants to do, and
yeah.
I
Brian
would
should
like to do
absolutely,
that one too.
yeah, you should absolutely bring it back
But
because I'll be stood there doing the finger buttons.
yeah, well, I mean, in a couple of years, the 10-year mark will come, and then if everybody demands a 10-year tour for that album, then I guess we'll have to do it.
It's as though you're just feeding into it. We didn't even need to get you to say that, but thanks for giving us the secret.
I'm just gonna say Chris Wiseman is a very analytical man, and if the demand is there, it'll
He's got to
happen.
do it. Right.
Yeah,
Can everyone just go onto Twitter and say that they need to play Best Memory Live for the inevitable upcoming UK tour? Thank you.
I didn't say that was a thing that was happening.
It's the inevitable. It's gonna happen. It
Maybe
is.
we never come back.
Well, that's not gonna happen. Absolutely not. You've not been here since 2024. 20, fuck no, you were here last year, weren't you? Yeah, I just didn't go.
Yeah, I was there like a couple like
Yeah,
months ago.
yeah, I know. It was just before Christmas, when it? It was November, the plotting
Yeah, it
year.
was November.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just didn't go.
Wow.
I, d-
Yeah.
I
No
told
more best. No more best no more
fuck,
best memory.
I
Yeah.
fucked it for
Sorry.
everyone.
Yeah.
I told you this the last time I had my child. No,
No,
I did tell you
we're
this.
just
I did tell you this.
we'll play it on the tour. We're just not gonna play it in Scotland.
Oh fuck. Now, sorry, we've had to make a change in the set list tonight. Sorry, we've forgotten how to play this song. Yes, all four of us have forgotten how to play this song.
It's the craziest amnesia you've ever heard.
Yeah, it's wild. Like we're talking about your extensive touring
Mhm.
catalog, you've been to many, many places, you've seen many, many people, you've played many, many venues. Are there any like standout moments that have happened throughout your touring career that you wish you could experience again?
There's a couple different directions I can go with that, right? Like,
Hmm.
there's the funny direction of like funny things that have happened, and then there's like deep, like personal, like life altering type ones.
So I could make it a little bit easier. I was then gonna ask you for funny ones afterwards. So
Okay.
there is you can go funny in a minute.
Well, so I mean, last year, so there's two of them that are like very defining to me. Um, One was last year when we played Download Fest.
Hmm.
Because I grew up like watching like videos of Download. Um, and it was one of those things that I was like, oh, that's like across an ocean. Like I'm never going to be able to experience
Yeah.
that, let alone be able to perform like on a main stage there. Um, so getting out there, like first like stepping foot on the stage and seeing the amount of people that were there to watch us was so mind blowing because it was like everything that I had like dreamt like in my head, like when I would be like as a kid manifesting like my future of like wanting to perform on stage. Like it is like the exact moment that I had envisioned. And it was so surreal feeling, and I felt like I was on top of the world like during that. And it was also cool like seeing how many people throughout the years, like spotting them throughout the crowd and just being
Hmm.
like you came, you're here, like you were here when we were playing the little venues in front of nobody, and like you can't, like you're still here with us when we're doing this. So it's like cool to experience that they get to experience that with us,
Hmm.
like So that was really cool. And then the second one is we were playing with Killswitch Engage, which is one of my all-time favorite bands. Like again, band from the area that I grew up in. And they were one of the bands that my dad and I like listened to like a lot together. Um, so like he and I were very like connected with that band, but he had come out to one of the shows that we were playing. It was in New York, and he has like obviously he loved music and stuff, so he's always been super supportive of everything that like I do and like what we do. And it was during Kill the Ache, the end of the song where like everybody's like holding up their hands and stuff, or like has their phones out and
Yeah.
everything. And I remember sometimes I get choked up even telling this story because it's so funny. But like I remember I was on stage, that moment was happening, and I could see my dad in the crowd, and I saw him just kind of like look around and like all the people there, like everybody singing along, and like he like looked back up to me, and like he and I like locked eyes, and then he just like went like that and was like, and I was like, I turned around. I was like, "You motherfucker! You fuck! Like, why are we gonna do that? You're gonna make me cry on stage?"
Oh my
Yeah,
god. That is
but yeah,
adorable.
it was a really nice moment,
So that was
and
like dad that was like kind of like dad's you seeing dad's realization.
yes, yes,
They
like oh, this is real now.
but no, they're really cute. I love that. And I also love I think a lot of us British people are gonna love that you speak so highly of Download.
Yeah, that was a really cool, really cool experience.
I tell you what people do ask though.
Hmm.
Why did you have a slip up on Twitter where you fell out your shorts?
That 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 wasn't a real slip up.
Are you
It
sure?
just I'm 100% sure.
Mm,
It was the lighting, and it was just
the
like the
lighting.
way my shorts like folded. And like, trust me, like when we first got the set of photos back, we were rolling through them, and when I got to that photo, I like all of us were on the floor crying because we're just like, there's no way. And like I like did it with I ended up seeing the raw photo and like having like the raw photo. The the photo like like brought up the exposure and brightness on it, and like, okay, it is 100% my shorts. And then I put it on Twitter with, just because I knew that was going to happen and I just wanted to be a little shit.
Because it did the rounds in my server, and it had us all questioning whether you'd actually fallen out your shorts and put that. And I was like, because everyone was like, no, 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 he wouldn't do that. And I was like, I genuinely wouldn't put it past him.
Oh, thank you for thinking so highly of me.
because
No, I so
because do you know what it looks like? It looks like a microphone. It looks like the microphone has, or there's, I don't know why the microphone would be there, but also like the crop of it, we can't tell
mhm,
if you're like stood on the floor or
yeah.
obviously, and then obviously you got like the field of view and shit, and so we can't actually tell the environment. But what that looks like is a microphone. So then it's like, well, how was that at that level? So then I was like, no, I genuinely think that's what none of you think it is, but I do. And Christian knows he can get away with it because it looks like something else. And no one would think he is brave enough to do that or stupid enough to do that. I genuinely thought it was a penis.
I 100% would post that on my on my
See?
Twitter. I just don't, because I think it would make everybody else in my band very uncomfortable, and I respect them too much. Um, yeah, no, I just thought it was hilarious. Because it really did look like it was, but it was. I wear compression like shorts under the shorts that you guys see me wear on stage, so like it wasn't
That's
even
never going to
an
happen.
actual possibility. No,
So if it does, you know something's gone very, very wrong.
no. Although there was there was a show kind of recently that I was running behind because of everything, and like I was already wearing a pair of shorts like throughout the day, and then we got on, like, we're right about to get on stage, and then I realized, I was like, I didn't put any underwear on today.
Oh,
So be like, be careful.
right, no jumping around. But that
Yeah,
must have been the most inanimated show that from your side. Obviously, everyone else could move around, but you're the one in
yeah,
shorts. People
yeah. I was
probably thought, nah, there's something wrong with Christian today. He's not moving
yeah.
about.
I told him I was sick.
Yeah, no, he was just free balling.
Yeah, yeah. That was a bad uh preparation on my part.
Oh, that's funny. It's funny how you're like known for wearing shorts though. And it's weird when we don't see you in shorts.
Yeah, and people just yell. I hear people while I'm on stage, and they'll be like, "Make them shorter," and I'll be like,
They're fucking short enough. Jesus
"I
Christ.
I know." Sometimes it looks like, if I want to wear like a big shirt, it looks like I'm wearing a dress. Look
Yeah.
like Winnie the Pooh.
I'm pretty sure when I saw you on the Death We Seek tour, you you braved it for fucking don't know why you braved the Scottish cold and you were still in shorts. You weren't in joggers like you were this last UK tour.
Well, if I remember correctly, that was at a smaller venue. It
Yeah,
was
it
like
was in
really
Slay.
packed. Like, so it was like really hot
It was
in
hot.
the venue, but like really cold outside.
Oh yeah, fucking Baltic, freezing.
Yeah.
And yeah, I remember because that was the first time that I'd obviously ever seen you guys live. I was like, holy shit. I remember looking at you and I was like, Jesus Christ. Like that's a Scottish thing to dress like that. Like Scottish guys, no matter what the weather is, they'll wear shorts and a t-shirt. So I was like,
Really.
yeah, and it doesn't bother them. I don't know why. I think it's like
Just like a comfort thing for me.
yeah, because you want to be able to like do your high kicks and your splits and stuff, don't you?
Well, yeah, I just like I don't know why it's like a sensation thing, but like I don't like things in my pockets, like and I
Hmm.
don't like feeling things on my legs. Like I don't know why, but it's just like a sensation thing.
So when you came with the plot in you and you had to wear joggers because it was that cold, that must have been torture for you.
I mean, it's not torture,
And
it's
we
just
should
not
all feel like
ideal.
really, really bad for you. Because,
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah,
I'm trying
pity
to
me.
garner you sympathy. You're supposed to play along. Oh, it's not
I'm s-
torture. No, play along.
Yeah, I mean, it was so hard.
Having to put my shorts back in the suitcase.
My sad shorts.
Yeah, it's weird if we don't see you in shorts now. And it genuinely does. It genuinely does. When I saw photos of the plot in you tour, I saw you in jogging bottoms or whatever they were. I don't
Mhm.
know what you guys call it, sweatpants. Um,
Yeah, those are actually
uh,
my jujitsu shorts that I wear now.
oh, it just looks out of character. It doesn't
Mhm.
look right. So please never give up the shorts. Never give up the short shorts.
I got you.
They're
Never will. Since I started doing it, it's just like a lot of bros coming up to me and being like, "Bro, what's your leg routine?" like, like
oh
jumping
no.
around on the stage.
Yeah, just what you just saw for the last 45 minutes. That it's the image of I'm gonna have to put up on the screen. That's fucking great. I'm so glad I get
I
to
can't
do
believe
this.
you have that. I can't believe you have that.
2026. Currents have already got pretty stacked already in terms of a massive co-headline tour with Erra
Hmm.
and support from an incredible British band, Caskets. Now, it's not
Yes.
unheard of for bands to collab ahead of touring. So, is this your way of telling us that that's what's coming?
I mean, it's not to say that it would never happen, but we don't have any plans to do like a collaboration like on any music. At least not right now. I do think it would be a cool idea to do. Um, because I love Era very much, and I think both of our like one of the reasons why this tour made a lot of sense is just because like our bands work together really well,
Hmm.
um, both like sonically and like like person to person. They're another band that's been very helpful to us for like many years. So I'm glad that we finally get to do this with them because we haven't toured with them in a long time. Think was in Europe with August Burns Red,
Mm.
and that was like 2019, end of 2019.
So, yeah, so a long time ago.
Hmm.
So, yeah, I know a lot of people that are really, really looking forward to this tour that's coming up. And the fact that you're taking a British band over there as well,
Hmm.
which is incredible. Incredible for Caskets.
Yeah, they're a great band.
It's a very coded tour. You all,
Hmm.
there's no one that kind of like stands out as like being a
Like the
weird,
odd band out.
yeah. Oh, what are they doing on that lineup? They don't suit that lineup at all.
Yeah.
Which has happened before, and then when you see them live, it's like it really does feel out of place, and it feels bad because obviously
Hmm.
it's not the band's fault, but this feels coded to a fuck it, it's perfection.
Hmm. I do really like enjoy doing that. Like we've like in our headliner, we brought out like Unity, Texas. Um, we've done stuff with like Mugshot. Recently we did stuff with like From Joy. We did stuff with Foreign Hands. So like I love having like the mixed bills, like especially exposing people to other type like the other sides of the genre.
Hmm.
Um, but in this sense, like it is a very cohesive build. Like Aviana too, they're incredible live,
Hmm.
incredible band, and then like Caskets is also incredible. They're killing it, and then having us in Era. Like it kind of just feels like, oh, like all right, we'll send out like some like a full night of heavy hitters.
Yeah.
I think it wasn't necessarily because of the style of music that they play. I think it was just really based on that. Like, all right, who are the bands that like what bands can we take out right now that we think are like front to back? How are we gonna bring out the best show?
I know I focused on like obviously that's just like huge for caskets, but Aviana are a great band as well. I did,
Mhm.
yeah. When I saw that tour announcement drop, I was fuming because that's like a Hales tour, front to back. Okay, speaking of collabs, unless I'm
Mhm.
blind, dumb, a fake fan, or all of the above, Currents have never collabed or never had a feature on a song, bar the two back in 2015. So that was before you joined, before Brian joined. There was two features on that album. But since I Let the Devil In, there
Mhm.
has never been a feature on a Currents track.
Not officially, no.
Okay, so that means there's an unreleased feature somewhere.
Um, so I mean, well, okay, so there is the "We Came as Roman" song that we put out last year.
Yeah.
Not technically a current song, but it has us. It has Anthony from After the Burial, and it has
Mhm.
David from We Came as Romans on it. So I mean, I guess it's like the closest thing that you can get to a feature.
Yeah,
And
that's
there
not.
are some. I'm not gonna give out details, but there are some songs where hidden in the layers of the vocals, so we have some friends that play in bands that, you know, kind of added a little layer here and there. So it's not necessarily a feature, but there's some people
Okay.
hidden in it,
And
just
then
for,
they've just been not named because obviously it's not like an actual separate part.
yeah,
Ah,
yeah.
okay.
That- yeah, I mean, like bands do that all the time. There's like bands like the songs that you've probably heard, and there's like Anthony Green's on it, and you didn't even know.
Yeah, but he's
Yeah,
got a really distinct voice, so I feel like you'd be able to notice it.
you'd think.
Unless it was like proper buried.
No, yeah, they're usually like pretty buried in there.
Yeah. Okay. Now, watch, people are going to be listening like fuck now, being
Yeah,
like,
and this
right,
is the thing
who's
that I
on this?
like because now you got to go listen to all the songs, try to decide what song you think has somebody on it,
Yeah,
and
that's it.
and also who do you think is on it?
Yeah. So we've got to name them and figure out which track we think they're on. You've just
Exactly.
opened up your DMs to hundreds of people sending you, is it this track and is it this singer? Is it this track? Is it so well done.
And I'm gonna keep my mouth shut.
Oh, the one and only time you keep it.
Yeah, because if it like, yeah, to be a shithead, yeah, of course,
You
because it
just
brings
never.
me a lot of joy.
Everyone, go and play this game now. Find the hidden feature. Are there gonna be collabs in the future? Do you think like a proper? You know what I mean, like actually having someone
Yeah,
else guest vocal on a track.
we yeah we've talked about it before, and it would be a fun thing to do. It's kind of just deciding on like what track to do that with and like who to do it with. Like I kind of wanted I personally would like to do it with somebody that's like kind of out of the box that nobody would really like expect.
Mhm.
Um and so like that is also just, figuring out who that person would be or like, you know, I don't know. I feel like it would be cool. Like the way that like Knock Loose just did it,
With Denzel Curry.
nobody expected that,
Mhm.
and it's awesome. So
Do you think that's why you guys haven't had a feature? Because you kind of can't find, you've not been able to find that right person for that right song?
I think it's also that we haven't like actively been looking for it.
Yeah,
Like we
like you've
never
not
go.
wanted one either.
Yeah, like we just like are like, all right, we're writing the record, and like, all right, the record's done. Ah, man, we should have done a feature, huh? Like,
Yeah, because you don't like a lot of people will have an album and there's at least one. There's not been an album that I've seen released in quite a while that hasn't had a feature.
yeah, I mean, I was thinking about this the other day, and like, I mean, I guess outside of my shorts, there's not really like any. We never really do like any sort of like gimmicks. like anything that's like, you know, isn't just music,
Yeah.
like just our music. Like there's no like, you know, I don't know. I think it would be fun and creative to try to figure out one, but yeah, everything is just pretty straightforward from our world.
You put out what you put out because it's a finished product and you don't feel like there's anything missing that would could only be filled by a featured vocalist.
Yeah,
That's
I
the
think
kind of
too.
cool in a sense though that you've managed to do 3 full-length albums and 2 EPs without a feature,
I
you
mean,
know.
if somebody like crazy was just like, "Hey, let me do a track," like if Ollie Sykes was like, "Hey, let me do a feature on one of your songs,"
That'd be
I'd be like, "Get
sick.
get the fuck in here right now, you handsome son of a bitch!" Like, yeah,
That would be a sick one. Ollie, hit the currents up, fucking do it. When you're back
yeah,
from being a dad and whatever else you're going on with. Oh yeah, the apparent re-record of Count Your Blessings.
really
Yeah,
interesting.
apparently, because he's been in the studio and he has recorded himself doing one of those songs. So people are speculating that for like the 20th 20th
Hmm.
anniversary this year, that they're gonna redo Count Your Blessings.
Yeah, so I was listening to that record in 2009, and I was in a doctor's office with my mom, and she was like telling me that like, because I was like a teenage boy, and she was just like, you need to like, wash your hands and be clean, and I was like, Mom, I'm not going to get sick, and I licked a doorknob at the doctor's office, and I got swine flu, the H1N1 virus, and I almost died.
What? What? Right, stop laughing.
While listening to Bring Me the Horizon.
That's
Yeah,
the hardest shit I've ever heard in my life.
yeah, I think I was listening to it on an iPod Nano.
Oh, they're really oh, they were so gas.
Yeah.
Wow.
Uh, and I
That
went,
feels like a
I'm
whole
not
world
I'm
away.
like I'm like, what am I gonna I'm not gonna get sick. Just
So Bring the Horizons, Count Your Blessings made you get swine flu. Basically, that's what you're saying.
Yeah, the subliminal messages in
Yeah,
that record really
that's what
do.
that is. And Ollie should make it up to you by doing a feature on the next Currents album.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome. I'll be sure to pass that on for you.
Thank you. You all know each other down there, right?
Yeah. He's basically from the same town as me. With your obviously like we were talking about your diary, you've got the Erra tour coming up. You've also got Slam Dunk in May.
Yes.
How excited are you for Slam Dunk?
Oh, very.
Very,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
good
another one
answer. Yep.
that that's another one that I've always wanted to play. So being able to do this is like,
Have
another
you
check
guys
off of the.
have you not played Slam Dunk?
Mm,
I
yeah.
am very excited for this year's
Yeah, my
Slam Dunk.
manager Scott like called me and he's like, "Hey, do you want to play Slam Dunk with Knock Loose?" And I was like, "Fuck yeah." That was it.
You don't need much convincing to do that. This is a very, very good festival. I mean, you've done Download,
Yeah.
you've done other festivals, but Slam Dunk's like a really nostalgic one for a lot of people, and
I
it's
feel like the festivals in Europe in general are just like different than in the US cuz like I feel like they're so iconic.
mhm.
Um like before we used to have like Warp Tour and like Lollapalooza and stuff like that, which, I guess now like what's the one called in California? Um
Coachella.
Coachella, yeah.
Oh yeah,
Like I
that.
guess there's that one, but that's not something we would really play. It's not like there's no real history behind it, but like
Mhm.
so like after Warp Tour went away, there wasn't like anything like as iconic as that. Like, you know, we have things there are like really good festivals here now, like Incarceration and stuff like that, but um yeah, there's nothing that really like when you say it like a download or like, a slam dunk. Like they're just so like there's so much like history, like everybody knows what that is,
Mhm.
even outside of like the UK or Europe or anything like that.
How long have you been sitting on knowing that you were going to do that? When did they ask you that? Like, do you know ages and ages?
I don't remember exactly when they asked. Probably like, maybe like September they asked
Mm.
us.
So it's like, oh, just shy of a year
Yeah, just like a little
before.
under a year.
Ah, and they'd say that, give that to you, Mr. Big Mouth.
See, I have a big mouth, but I do know how to keep secrets.
Yeah, see? It just proved that. None of us
Eh,
found out about Slam Dunk before Slam Dunk
mm,
told us. As soon as I saw Currents, because I missed you the last time. I missed you twice, actually. I'm pretty sure. I know. Fucked. Terrible. Blacklist me from all future shows.
Yeah, it's already done.
Thank you. That's what I wanted. So I missed you like twice,
Hmm.
and then I was like, oh, fucking hell. And you hadn't even announced the, because obviously Slam Dunk announcement came before the Erra co-headline tour announcement.
Hmm.
So I was like, fuck, they're not saying anything. I haven't said anything. And it was before the EP came out. So obviously, unless we see a release, we don't think tour.
It's fun to see like when little bits of like general knowledge start coming out, and then like people on the internet start trying to like put together. They like start making up like things like they're like, this is what's happening. Oh, this is what they're gonna do, and it's
Yeah,
like we're not doing that. But sometimes they nail it. Sometimes they know exactly what's gonna happen.
yeah. So obviously, that's why I was like, oh fuck, I've got to go Slam Dunk now. I've never been to a festival. I don't know what I'm doing. But I was like, nah, Currents. Um, I don't think they're gonna drop anything, so I don't think they're gonna do a tour, even though their last tour was like 2024, so they're due back.
Hmm.
But then it was also that entire lineup is absolutely killer.
Hmm.
Absolutely killer. Like I really, there are a lot of clashes that could potentially happen that because it's only
Yeah.
one day. So there are
Who
a
are your
lot.
biggest clashes?
If you clashed with Guilt Trip,
Hmm.
that would make me sad. Hawthorne Heights, please don't clash with them.
Got my wrist in black, my
Yeah,
eyes.
literally. I need to be shouting that. Static Dress.
Mm,
Oh, that would break my heart, that would. I have the chance to see all of these bands, but it could come at a cost because you could all start
I mean, you
clashing.
could always like wait, see a couple songs that you want to hear, and then
Yeah,
go to the other stage. Actually, I'm not really sure. There might be a third stage, but I'm pretty sure they're just two stages, A and B.
no.
Like when one band's playing, then the other band, and then the next band, and then the other band.
I do think there are. If I
Don't
can
quote me
remember
on that.
from. No, I'm not gonna.
And there might be another, like a third smaller stage.
Last one, rounding it off. Something generalized, pretty straightforward. What is one album, any genre, any release date, anything? There's no restrictions that you think
Hmm.
people have to listen to at least once in their life.
Oh, that's not an easy
No,
question.
it's an easy answer when you get to it because it's just one.
But you know how many records I've listened to?
Yeah.
What is the absolute everybody must listen to? It's like, what do I think is the most important record of all time?
Would you like me to? Okay, shall I narrow it down to like a genre? Because I did say
Yeah.
like any genre.
Well, yeah, because like I mean, like if you're gonna be like, all right, what's like the one of the most important? I'd probably be like Thriller, Michael Jackson, or like
Wait, what is that for pop music?
yeah.
Oh no, that's Justin Bieber's 2015 album Journals.
I love JB, but it's not better than Thriller.
No, it's
Is
right,
Justin Bieber
right.
would not say that.
No,
Thriller's the
no,
most.
I know Justin Bieber wouldn't because he loved Michael Jackson. Right, well, we're gonna have to stay in your genre then. What is one metalcore record that everyone has to listen to at least once?
That's still not easy.
It's easier though.
Is yeah. I don't know which way to go, right? Because like there's there's bands like On Broken Wings or something like that that like not maybe not the general
Hmm.
like our metalcore audience would know, but like they're you know, like those types of bands that everybody, or if like there's just like the what I think like, you know, uh is like the king of all of the metalcores.
Right, let's go. Yeah, okay, right. Go with your absolute favorite then.
I mean, honestly, I gotta say, like, for me, a really perfect one is like As Daylight Dies by Killswitch. Like that I think is a like I consider that a perfect record.
Hmm.
Um I you know, yeah, just that's kind of has like everything that I like my personal favorites like of the genre.
There we go. We'll go to the side that like maybe the people that listen to just strictly your kind of metalcore maybe haven't heard of that band.
I mean, if you haven't heard of that band, just listen to that band.
Yeah,
They're
just
fucking so sick. They're also like some of the their drummer. It was before I was in high school, but he went to the same high school as me.
there you go. There's your claim to fame. You're
Yeah,
from the same high school as the On Broken Wings drummer.
yeah. There's a lot of talent that came from that area.
Yeah.
Kevin from the Acacia Strain is like from a town over from me. Like a lot. The original members of Amir are from like 20 minutes from me. Like that area for whatever reason just like blossomed a
Spits
ton
out
of.
musicians.
I guess I think it's probably because it's so like gloomy here for so long out of the year that like we're
That
just
no
inside
one's
writing
got
music.
anything to do but just go sit in their garage and just learn how to play an instrument.
Exactly.
That's the way to do it, though. That's fucking awesome. Yeah, go listen to On Broken Wings if you haven't, and also go listen to Killswitch Engage if you haven't, which I can't see why you haven't unless you're like 4 years old. But if you're 4 years old, you shouldn't really be watching this. Cool.
That's true.
But yeah, I don't know how the fuck you've gotten onto YouTube, but okay.